Hello everyone, welcome to Blush and Muse. Today in our studio, I have created this colorful eye sunset look. Now we'll be going ahead and taking you through a step-by-step tutorial of the same. This look is apt for any sort of haldi, mehndi or daytime function. So let's get started. So let's begin, guys. So I'm going to start by applying the concealer on my eyes. Now, since the colors that we're doing and the eye look that we're doing is a sunset eye look, so I will be applying a concealer that is lighter than my skin color since we want the colors to pop up. So I will be using my Shopperel palette and I will be going ahead and applying a lighter concealer on my eyes. So I'm just going to dab away with the brush. Now at the moment I have just cleansed my face and I have not done the whole and applied toner, and I have not done the whole CTM process because once I'm done with the eye makeup I will wipe out the excess, so then I will apply the moisturizer and the primer. Yeah, now I'm going to take a wet blender and I'm going to just blend the concealer. So we have concealed both the eyes over here, as you see. Both the eyes are concealed with the light concealer. Now we are going to go ahead and start with the application of the eyeshadow. So I'm using my palette, that's the Be Perfect Carnival XL palette, and the color that I will be using is yellow called Keen, and I'm going to start from the inner corner to a little bit midway. So we'll apply the shadow from the inner corner of the eye. I'm going to take it right through the whole lid. And from the crease line to the center of the lid. And I'm going to keep a clean brush handy with me so I can blend. Now after I've applied this color, that's the yellow color, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply the next color, that is the color Foolish from our palette, and I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm just going to dab in the center. So the point is to go ahead and blend it in well, that it looks that it's almost merged in. Yeah. So as you can see, the yellow and the orangish color, that is a mix of Foolish and Lit. I'm just going to go ahead and blend it so it looks like a very smooth blend. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the color Wasted and I'm going to go ahead and apply that. So a little bit of the color Wasted. And we'll once again blend it. So the point is that all of these colors should look as one. So we really need to make sure that the blending is done very well. And then the next shade that I'm going to use is again a little bit lighter purple color. That's the color Remastered. And I'm just going to make a V out of it. once again take our blending brush and we'll blend away. You don't need to worry about it going outside, because once you're done with the eye makeup, since I have not put on any base, you can easily go ahead and rub it out. Okay. Just touch up on the colors where I feel it's gone a little bit light. And I'm just going to once again blend. So I'm going to clean out this excess powder that you see over here. All of that will be cleaned out. So as you see, I'm almost done with the second eye as well. I'm just going to go ahead and do the outer V of the second eye using the color Remastered. So nicely going to go ahead and blend this light lavender color. And then using a blending brush, I will just go ahead and blend it out. Okay, and we're almost done with both of the eyes. I'm just giving it a little bit of touch up. And now I'm going to wipe out the excess over here. So I'm going to take a wet tissue, and the excess shadow, I shall be going ahead and wiping it off. So we have some fallout near the inner corner of the eye, so I'm just going to clean that. So now that we are done with both of the eyes, we will now go ahead and proceed with the base. So to begin with, since you can see that there's a bit of discoloration at the bottom of my eyes, I'm going to first start with correcting the under eyes. So since I've got darker and pigmented under eyes, I will be going ahead and using the orange corrector. So I'm just going to gently go ahead and put some orange corrector. Now, when you have blemishes, dark spots, or under eye circle, the best color corrector to use is the orange color corrector or the peach color corrector. So not using too much, just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and conceal the eyes. And now once we have concealed the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and corrected the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and conceal my eyes as well. I'm going to use a mix of two colors that is perfect for my skin tone. So here we go. I'm just going to gently dab away. Now, once I'm done with concealing and correcting the under eyes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set the eyes with setting powder so that there is no crease lines or anything that's formed. Now I'm going to do this is something new I'm going to do. I'm going to do it before I apply the foundation, just a little bit so that there is not too much of crease lines. So now once you've gone ahead and concealed and corrected and concealed the eyes, I will be using translucent powder to go ahead and set the corrector and the concealer so that they do not form any crease. So I'm just going to gently put some powder. I'm using the powder that is from Shopperell. So I'm just gently going to dab over here. Not too much because I'm going to be applying the foundation as well, so I don't want it to look too cakey. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply powder on the under eyes. And then we will be going ahead and applying the foundation. Now the foundation I will be using is a foundation by MAC. I will be going ahead and using two colors since one color doesn't suit my shade. So I have to go ahead and I have to mix two colors. So the two colors that I will be mixing over here is NC 45.5 and the other color is NC 15. So this is fair and this is dark and this suits my skin perfectly. So I'm just going to mix this and then I'm going to go ahead and apply the foundation. So on my mixing palette over here, I have mixed the fair and the dark shade and I'm just going to go ahead and mix both of these shades together properly. Since we're using two colors, it's very important that we, mix the colors properly before we apply it, otherwise the shade will not come perfect. And when you're mixing colors, I would highly suggest that before you start the application, you go ahead and just take a bit and see whether it blends well into the skin. And yes, this does. So we'll go ahead with the application now. So I'm going to go ahead and do the application with my damp beauty blender. Okay. So I'm going to start with the face. Just going to go ahead and quickly apply the foundation. You can also go ahead and, if you're comfortable using a brush or if you're comfortable, using your fingers, you can use anything what you'd like when you're going ahead and applying the foundation. However, I prefer to use the blender whilst I go ahead and I apply the foundation. The coverage for both blending with the blender is also heavy, but if you use a brush, it gives you a heavier coverage. Not to forget the neck, because we don't want our face and our neck to look different. So as you see, we are done with applying the foundation, the entire foundation. Now once I have applied the foundation, I will be going ahead and I will be applying contour. So I will be going ahead and applying cream contour that's on the nose, on the hollow of the cheeks and at my jawline. Since I have a double chin, I need to go ahead and apply contour at my jawline as well. So again, I will be using my most friendly and beloved Shopperell palette and I will be going ahead and using brush and I will be going ahead and applying contour on the hollow of my cheeks. And then I will be going ahead and applying it on my jawline. then a bit on the nose to give my nose a bit of a chiseled shape. So now again with my damp blender, I will be just going ahead and blending the contour. So I've applied more on the chin area since I have a double chin over here. So by applying more, it kind of camouflages my double chin. And now I will be going ahead and applying a cream highlighter. So I'm using Tarte. So I will just be using a little bit on the nose, on the under eyes, a bit on the forehead, and the cupid's bow. And once again with the blender, we will go ahead and just blend the highlighter. Just going to go ahead and dab, not drag, but dab it very gently in an upwards direction. Do the same on the other side as well. Just gently dab. The cupid's bow. And then the forehead. So make sure you evenly blend it. Now once we are done with the cream highlighter, I will be going ahead and using cream blush. So I'm using a blush from, this is Inside. So I'm using a blush from Inside, and I'm just going to use my finger and just go ahead and put little blush. And take the blender and blend. I think I've used a little bit too little of the blush, so just take a little more. Before I blend, I just take some more blush. So we are done with all the cream makeup products, and now before we go ahead and start with the powder, I will be going ahead and setting the entire makeup with the translucent powder that I have from Shopperel. So I will take my powder brush and I shall go ahead and I shall start first from the under eyes because I don't want any creasing. So I'm going to first do the eyes, and I will put a little bit extra so that when I will be doing the lower eyes, there should be no fallout. So I'm done with going ahead and applying the powder on the under eyes, and now I'm just going to go ahead and apply powder everywhere on the face so that the makeup is set appropriately. So I'm just going to brush through with the powder. The most important is the under eye so that there is no creasing, and when you're applying the color or smudging, there should be no fallout. So if you've put a little bit more, if there is fallout, you can easily wipe it off with a stippling brush. we are done with applying the powder on the entire face. Now I will begin with applying all the powder products. So to begin with, I will start with the powder blush. So now I'll be applying the powder blush. I'm using the palette from iMagic. I'll take my blush brush and I'll smile away. So we are done with applying the blush. Applied a bit on the nose. So I'm going in for a W shape this time. So if that's why if you see it will be a bit extended towards the nose. So normally I apply the blush either in a C or an L shape. So today I'm trying out the W shape. Okay. Now the next we will go ahead and we will use powder contour and just contour the nose a bit. Not too much but just a little bit. So I'm going to take a small brush and I'm using the contour palette that's from the Glam facial contour. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the contour. I'm just going to go ahead and contour the nose. I'm not applying too much of the powder contour because we've already used the cream contour. And I have a little bit of a wider nose, so I like to give it, a little bit of a slender shape. Now this is the only place that I'm going to go ahead and apply the powder contour. Now we are done with the blush, we are done with the powder contour. Now we will go ahead and we will brush my eyebrows with a spoolie brush. Here's my spoolie brush, so I'm just going to go ahead and brush the eyebrows. And I'm using the eyebrow palette, the brow filler that's from PAC. So I'm just going to go ahead and give the brows a little bit of a shape. And then I shall fill the gaps. Pull the brows once again. Repeat the same on the other side. Just giving the brows a shape and filling up the spaces. Okay. we're done with the brows. So now once we're done with shaping the brows, we will now be going ahead and using a highlighter. So I'm going to go ahead and use the highlighter from the Ofra palette. I'm going to first use the highlighter and apply it on my cheeks. So I'm going to apply it on both of the cheeks. And then a little bit on the tip of the nose and the ridge, and a little bit on the cupid's bow. And then I will go ahead and I'll take this brush and I'll just apply a bit of highlighter on top. So it gives a nice sparkle. And now I will be doing the lower eyes. So before I start with the lower eyes, I will be going ahead and applying some kohl. So I'm using this is my go-to pencil stick. It's almost getting over. This is from Swiss Beauty. It's a really high pigmented kohl pencil, which I just love. So I'm just going to do the under eyes first. So I'm using the kohl on my lower waterline. And I'm going to do the other eye as well. So I've applied kohl on both of the eyes. And then using one of my smudger brushes, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to smudge the black shadow on the lower lash. So now with the help of an angular brush, I'm just going to take a little bit of shadow, black shadow, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to smudge it a bit. Just for it to just get set. I'm going to repeat that on the other eye as well. And then with the help of a pencil brush, I will go ahead and take the color Remastered and a bit of Wasted, and I'm just going to go ahead and smudge. Using a little bit of orange. And then yellow. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So just 3/4 way. And then the yellow. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a little bit of silver highlighter at the tear duct area. And I will be applying a little bit of, just I won't be applying kohl, but I will be going in and applying a little bit of just smudging a little bit of shadow to just give it a little bit of the smoke look. There we go. So as you see, just a little bit, not too much. So the angular brush is making it really easy for me to go ahead and do so. So these colors are so good that I really don't want to go ahead and use too much of, kohl on the upper lid or use a eyeliner. So I'm just going to go ahead and take an angular brush and just give it a little bit of shape with the shadow. And last but not the least, for this look, I'm going to go ahead and go with a little bit, not too pink, but just a little bit of pink. So I'm going to outline the lips with the lip pencil, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply pink lipstick. So I'm using my lipstick palette that's from Forever 52. And I'm just using the pink shade. I'm going to outline it with the lipstick itself. Giving shape to the Cupid's bow. And then I'm just going to fill the lips. Just going to make this shade a little lighter. Much better. And now for my favorite part, I will be applying mascara, and then we'll be setting our lashes as well. little bit on the lower lashes as well. There we go. And now I will be going ahead and applying the false lashes. So last but not the least, setting spray. So guys, here's the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed in creating it, since I love to play with colors and I thought might as well go ahead and make a tutorial on the same. So please share your valuable feedback in the comment section and keep watching. Bye bye.